Hello, this is Steve, and you're on the Living in Southwest Virginia channel. Coming to you today. It's November 17th, 2025, with the first video I have recorded with this rifle. I've had it now about 2-3 months. But this is a Marlin 880 SQ. It's a heavy barrel, has a composite stock. Came originally with what I believe is a 7-round magazine, if I remember right. I bought an additional 10-round magazine for it. That's all the magazines I've got. What I'm going to do today is go ahead and shoot it a little bit. I took it out to the range one time right after I got it. I didn't get any video footage, but it did extremely well shooting CCI Subsonic 22 long rifle. This is 40 grain, hollow point, 1050 feet per second, and it did amazingly well with it. My brother shot some of this stuff through one of his rifles, and the chronograph numbers were pretty good. I didn't have a chronograph out. I'm going to try that. I'm also going to shoot some of this SK pistol match. This is not the special. I'm saving it for my JM Marlin after the results I saw through it. But this is just the pistol match. And I'm going to try these two ammos. If it likes this slower ammo, maybe it'll like this one. And that's enough yakking, I reckon. I've got a target up there at 50 yards, and we're going to give this a try, see what she'll do. One thing about this rifle that I will tell you is when I first got it, the trigger pull on it was a little over 3 pounds. It felt a little heavy. It wasn't rough, but it felt a little heavy. And I could have ordered the Rifle Basics trigger. I think it's the same one that Chad put in his Marlin 25. But I got to looking, and I had ordered some replacement trigger return springs for another rifle. And I had a light one and a medium one. I took one of those light ones, and I replaced the trigger return spring on this rifle. I didn't mess with the sear spring. But when I did that, it dropped it down to about 1.9 pounds or 1.10 pounds. And it feels pretty good. So I'm going to try that and see how she does. And with that, let's get on target. We should be good downrange with the camera running. And I'm on 6 power. I'm going to dial this thing on up to 24. This is a Athlon Argo 6x24. I think it's a 2nd generation, if I remember right. Pretty nice scope. And I'm going to line us up with the 2nd row down and the left-hand target. Let's see. All right. That parallax ain't exactly right. All right. Let's give her a try. See what she'll do. Shooting the CCI Subsonic. And this is a cold bore. Wind's blowing again. So this has been a windy day, but it's kind of off and on. So I'm just kind of waiting it out. Oh, that one went way to the right and low to about basically the middle of the target. And here I've been shooting single feeds, and I forgot. We'll check it again. I've had to scope off a rifle, and it may be that this throwed it a little off. Yeah, both of those are pretty well the same. So I need to move 2 mils right. Actually, 2 mils left. Let's see what that does. That may not be exactly right. All right. Ballpark anyway. See if we can get her lined up. Closer. All right. Well, what do they say? Close counts and horseshoes and hand grenades. Now that's pretty dang close. That clipped the center dot. What does it make? 1, 2, 3, 4. It should be the last round in this magazine. Oh, and that one went way to the right. I don't know if it's the wind or if this thing's not liking this as much as it did the last time. Of course, the day I was shooting in, it's probably 85, 90 degrees, and it's 50 out here now. All right, going to the next dot to the right, so it'd be second row down. And I'm going to have to drop my elevation just a little bit. All right. That one went to the right. Looks like the elevation was good. I'm going to buy a single feed adapter for this thing so I can shoot it. And I'm going to let the wind settle for a minute. It's blowing on the back of my neck. All right. Both of those are about 1/2 mil to the right. That one was a little low. So let's go left. And I'm going to go up a little. Yeah, there. Let's see. No idea where that one went. I'm going to move the next dot over. Be the third over from the left. I don't know, guys. Is it shooting left now? It's shooting left and high. Let's see. Let's just go ahead and put 5 in here and see if it's grouping at all before I start monkeying with it again. No, it's not grouping with this stuff. Good Lord. We're throwing a buckshot pattern up there. Believe it or not. Now, 2 things. I did have the scope off the rifle. I put it back on, but everything should be good and tight. I will check it if none of this works out. And I also had it out of the stock, so I could have got the torque different than it was before. But yeah, it's not liking this stuff. And it shot better than this last time. Yeah, that's horrible. Horrible. We empty this mag and we'll try a mag of the SK. All right, the mag's empty. So it was shooting left and high and every place, all over. So, like I say, I did have it out of the stock. First time I've had it out of the stock. And it's entirely possible that the torque that I have it set at is not the torque that was on it before, so I may have to do some testing with that, getting my torque right. And it may take this stuff here and run with it. I don't know. But I do know when I had it on the range before, it was shooting better than that. This stock is kind of flimsy, and I know that's an issue. It's very narrow, and I know that's an issue. But with all that being said, it still should shoot better than what it did right there. All right, see what we're going to do. Since we've distorted everything, I'm going to drop down to the third row, fourth dot from the left, so it'll be the second from the right, and see if we can print a group. Just curiosity's sake, anybody with these Caldwell BRS, you have problems when you're lowering it, that this screw kind of hangs and you have to work the rest to get it to drop? This is two rests. This is the free one I got from Caldwell a few weeks back, but my original rest does exactly the same thing. All right. All right, that's shooting closer. Maybe we just had an ammo problem, and maybe I'm getting ahead of myself and it'll go all to crap. A little vertical string in there, but I do have some wind going on. I'm not really waiting on the wind. So that could be it, but this looks a whole lot better than that other stuff did. All right, vertical string, and that's not the greatest group, but it's nothing like that one above it. And like I say, we've switched lubes, so there's that. I'm going to go about 3/10 right, about 2/10 down, and see what it does. All right, we're going to shoot the dot to the right of that, so that's going to be the right hand column, third one down. Ah, that one went way low. Still shooting better, but it's not shooting like it should. All right, they're all in the circle, which is fantastic considering what I had before. but that's what, probably an inch group, two MOA, so nothing special, nothing nothing at all really. I'm gonna try one more 5-shot group, and if it continues to shoot this way, I'm gonna call it a day. We're supposed to be headed to the range in Saltville tomorrow. Wind's supposed to be better. I'm probably going to take this rifle and I will experiment with different ammo and different torque and see what we can come up with. And I think this is the box I was using out of. Yeah. Drop the one knife, pick it up here in a minute. All right. This is the last group for this rifle today. We're going to go to the bottom dot on the right hand side, the very corner dot. Ah, that's about as wide as you can get and not be out of the circle. There's the wind on the back of my neck. Those three are about right on elevation, but they're stringing horizontally. I don't know if that's the wind or if that's the ammo or if that's the me. Now, and that one's strung too. I feel like part of that's me. All right, we're gonna call that a video. I like this rifle. Yeah, is it a bench rest rifle? Probably not. Not without some modification. But to be fair, I need to give it the best chance I can, which means I need to do some ammo testing on it. I need to experiment with the torque on the stock, and I probably need to work with my rest there and get a little more stable, because I'm sure you could tell where it's not fitting just right in that bag. I wasn't as stable as I should have been. So, you know, all that's on me. It's things I need to do to improve the shooting of the rifle. So we'll give her a go and see what happens. But I wanted to get this one out. Like I say, I've had it a couple months, and I like the rifle. And now that I lighten the trigger up some, it's more pleasant to shoot. So with that, let's close this video out. You saw on the target cam what we got. I don't think there's anything there that's impressive enough to measure it out. But I hope you guys have a good day. Again, this is Steve. You're on the Living in Southwest Virginia channel. Thanks for watching.